Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just realized that I started this channel after I bought some of my mods for my 2020 Chevy Colorado Z71. So I figured we'd cover some of the ones that are already on the truck and do kind of like a 2-month review, so to speak. So last video we covered installing the front 2-inch receiver hitch, but today we'll be covering the running boards. So these are the Tyger Auto Star Armor running boards. They fit the second generation Colorado and Canyon from 2015 to 2021 as of filming this video, but they also make running boards for other vehicles as well. And mine are on a crew cab version. They also make them for extended cab as well. I bought these guys on Amazon, and as of fall of 2020, they're listed at around $330, making them one of the cheapest options that you can get. So I'll be the first to admit the styling can be a little bit polarizing. I know not everyone likes the detail that you guys see on these foot pads, but I kind of like them. They give it kind of an aggressive look. As you guys can see, they have a powder coated finish and feature this 2-inch kind of 3-piece tube construction. Kind of reminds me of rock sliders just a little bit. Obviously they're not as tough because they're mounted to the pinch welds and they're sticking out a little bit, and anything that you would probably catch on the front here would try to rip these guys off, but overall not too bad. It's just more for the looks anyway. And as for ease of installation, it wasn't that bad either. The worst probably was just the awkward weight of these guys and getting things to line up, but I'll go ahead and show you where underneath the truck you guys have to mount these. Okay, so we're underneath the truck right now, and you guys are just going to want to make sure, like always, that you're on a nice flat level surface and you have your parking brake on and your wheels chalked off. You definitely don't want the truck moving while you're underneath. And just exercise safety when working on trucks or anything else that's heavy enough to kill you with one false move. So just be safe, guys. So first, to go over what comes with these running boards when you do order them off of Amazon or wherever you buy them. You'll obviously get both driver and passenger side running boards, as well as a set of nut clips, bolts, and washers that you use to install them as hardware. And then also you're going to just get a set of instructions which will outline where on your vehicle you need to install the mounting points. So the first thing that you're going to want to see is that you're going to have on both the underside right here and on the side up at the top over there are these rubber grommets that you're going to want to pop out. Just use like a regular screwdriver for these guys. So that way you'll have a larger hole and then a smaller hole within the sheet metal right here. And what you're going to want to do is take your nut clip, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. And what you're going to want to do is insert it into the larger hole and line it up so that way you're going to basically be putting the bolt through that smaller hole. So you'll notice that the nut clip has a threaded end and a non-threaded end. Essentially that threaded end will be inside this hollow piece of metal, and you'll be inserting your bolt up through there. What you guys will see is that you have mounting points all along, here's an example, all along the side of the car, and you're just going to have 2 points, one on the bottom and one on the side that you're going to want to bolt on. Make sure you guys keep things fairly loose. I mean, obviously enough to hold it on, but just to keep things level, you don't want to tighten until you got pretty much everything in lined up and where you guys want it to be. And one last piece of advice for this guy, make sure that you have a friend helping you out. It just makes the job easier when kind of lining things up. I mean, you can do it with a jack and a couple of jack stands, but this guy's fairly heavy. It's just kind of awkward weight getting things to line up. So I will say, after 2 months of owning these guys, 2 of the things that you will notice is that since they are very low profile, you don't have as much of a step path to stand on. And that's really no problem because, like I said, you'll get used to it. You'll probably end up having to use kind of like a side step motion rather than try to step on it like that. It'll be interesting to see how it is to get in when you have snow on these guys and if you're wearing larger boots. And then the second thing I will mention is for some of your shorter passengers, the height difference between these running boards and where you actually would step in if you didn't have them is not as great as if you're just getting a set of regular running boards. So it's just something to note. Like I said, you'll get used to pretty much all of it as you're going through it, but you will notice that some of your shorter passengers may complain that it's not as low as a traditional running board, but I guess that's something that you kind of sacrifice when you have the looks of these guys compared to more of a traditional rectangular style running board. So getting in and out of these guys is not too tricky. You can either do kind of like a half step, or if you want to do kind of a side step to get in, it's not too bad. You'll just kind of lift yourself in and then you're in. Not too bad. It's when you're getting out that's a little tricky, but with a little bit of practice, you can either, like I said, half step it or side step it, get out, and with a little bit of practice, you'll be getting in and out like a pro. So over these past 2 months, overall, I'm really happy with the way these guys turned out. They're low cost, have good looks, and are fairly heavy duty, and they're very straightforward to install. Not to mention, wind noise is really minimal, so I can't wait to see how they hold up in the winter time and throughout these upcoming years. So that'll about do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this video informed you if you were looking to get a set of running boards for your truck. You get to see a little bit of what these guys are like and if they may be the right ones for you. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.